Oh, by the way, real quick, Flannel. Did you see Frank Clark's contract?
What was it? Was it $8 million a year, something like that?
I think 7.5.
7.5 with the Denver Broncos. That would have been.
Let's ride.
Broncos. I'll tell you what. That's somebody that I wouldn't have minded the Lions going after.
Okay, so that does it for me because this little thing here, because I want to look at it from the context of that with the Frank Clark deal. So Spenny, you're telling me the Lions have the best odds to add Chase Young.
They do.
So there it is. BetOnline.ag, Chase Young next team odds. The Lions, 4-1. They're the favorites. Right off the rip, I say no.
Okay.
Right? I'm not interested. I don't really have a use for what kind of upgrade is he going to present. However, with that being said, when I see Frank Clark sign for $7.5 million or $8 million, now if we're talking Chase Young at $5 million, that changes the discussion for me. What say you?
I would probably give him more than $5 million at this point. I'm a big Chase Young guy. And to be fair, there are some injury concerns. Over the past 2 seasons, he's played 12 out of a possible 34 games. And in those 12 games, only has a sack and a half, which that is alarming. I will give you that. But it was mostly due to one ACL injury. But people seem to forget how good he really was his rookie year. People look at the 7.5 sacks and say that doesn't look like a whole lot. But he also had 10 tackles for loss, 12 quarterback hits, 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and 4 passes deflected, while also grading out very, very highly against the run. And if you remember correctly, in 2020, 3 players that I would have liked the Lions to draft instead of Jeff Okudah if they would have had the chance. You were looking at guys like Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, and Chase Young. Imagine if they can get Chase Young back at a reasonable deal in 2023 to pair with Aiden Hutchinson and James Houston. I'm all for it, and I would actually pay more than $5 million a year. I would give him Frank Clark money. Obviously, his player option was declined. This would be his contract season. So if the Lions were to pick him up, what would they just owe him what he makes and then have to re-sign him or not re-sign him? I'm all for it. I like Chase Young. I think he's due for a bounce-back season.
Spemma, where are you at on this?
I mean,
I know you love a good transaction.
Yeah.
That's your bag.
Yeah, we don't really need him.